Hey Tubies, doing. This video is about random confessions. I thought it would be cool to do some random confessions, things that just kind of popped in my head, to let you get to know about me a little bit more in depth, I guess, instead of answering the same old questions. And this also allows me to kind of get in the groove for the upcoming videos that I have been making, or I have lists and lists and lists of to make for my big reveal of websites and such that are coming up next week. Anywho, um, yeah, random confessions. One, I get hung up on perfecting things. And what that means is I will get an idea or an ambition to do something or a goal that I want to do, whether it's a job or anything it is, a project in the house, so on and so forth. And because I think on every level and in a roundabout way and take everything all the way around, analyzing it and such, that I want to do things perfect. And because I get so hung up on the perfection of it that I end up delaying it too much instead of just doing it and working out all the kinks later. It sucks. Something I need to work on. I'm trying. Confession next is I'm misunderstood by a lot of people. I either come across as a raging bitch, I either come across as just ridiculous and never serious, I come across too serious. I feel like I'm misunderstood a lot. Maybe I'm not. But maybe I'm not a lot to most, but I feel like I am in a lot of ways. And so that makes me step back and I don't know, I think too much. I'm an overthinker, big time. I really am. But I can't help it. Can't help it. Another thing, let's see, I got a couple things written down in case I get stuck. My sense of humor can be dry, but some people get it, some people don't. I don't think I have totally a dry sense of humor. I kind of have a totally goofy side, but it depends on who you are. It depends on how goofy you are. Like I said before, I burst out with random movie quotes if I hear a word on stuff, or I'll answer things if it's appropriate enough to the fact where it meshes. I will answer in my really lame impression of a movie quote. I'm a total empath through and through. I swear that sometimes I don't belong in this world because I'm so in depth. I feel like such an old soul in a lot of ways that I just feel like I don't belong. It's so weird. And the older I get, I feel like I gain more control of it, but I also feel less and less belonging in the world and universe in general. And I'm totally confident about it. I'm not ashamed of it whatsoever, but I've had to really train myself in letting a lot of it out, to the point where if I get excited about something, if I tell too many people, and I'm not talking too many people, like more than 3 would be too many people. If I tell 3 people, more than 3 people, even if that many sometimes, my idea or what I want to do or my goal, it gets fucking ruined or it just doesn't work out. And it makes me crazy because when I keep my mouth shut, it's golden. And I will never understand that. Maybe somebody out there who's got that other side of that knowledge can help me out with that. That would be great. Another confession, I am such a healer at heart. I don't know why. I probably should have gone to school to be a doctor just for that knowledge, but I never did. And a lot of it comes natural. You can go to school for years over herbs and, botany and plant material and memorize the entire book of, herbs and plants and the scientific names and what they do and materia medica, so to speak, and never really be good at it. Just because you can splur out the words and know what they do doesn't mean you know how to apply it. To me, my gift in this life is feeling people's energies, knowing their thoughts without even saying them, and just knowing what they need. Not necessarily how to heal them medicinally, but how to heal them emotionally as well. And it's just something I can't not explain. Can't explain it, but I love it. I also take on too much, way more than I should. I stress myself out because of it. I don't have a problem saying no, but when I know somebody needs something, like really needs it, I have a really bad time saying no. And because of me being a perfectionist in a lot of ways, and me liking to take care of people and not having the ability to say no when I need to, I really stretch myself so thin that I drain myself so much. And I can go for a long time. But man, when I'm drained, whoo-wee, I am drained. And life lesson I'm trying to learn now is not only balancing all that out even more, because there's always a little tweaking you have to do, but trying to find a new source to recharge. When I was living in Georgia, I had a much more active social life than I do here. Now, living here in Washington, I have 2 little kids and an older daughter, and my husband, and lots of different things going on in life. Everybody's getting older, things happen, life changes, everything carries on. And because of that, I just don't put myself out there as much. A lot of it is I can't handle drama. I don't like drama. Can't stand it. But another thing is I don't give myself the opportunity to go out and do. I love having relationships, friendships, relationships with people, but I'm not about the fake, just be civil, on the surface kind of stuff. I like to know people, and I'm pretty real, pretty raw. Most people can't handle it. Those that can handle it and I get along with best, they have their own lives and are successful or busy, and just timings just do not align up to where we can hang out and get that time to BS and socialize and recharge. I used to in Georgia go to Kennesaw Mountain quite a bit. Here at home, I recharge by going outside, and I do get recharging by that. But I'm missing the socialism, which is a wrong term to say because socialism means something totally different in politics, but just the socializing in general. I miss that a lot. But I don't miss the drama, and I don't miss the maintenance. Because, you make a friend, and then, if you don't call and text them every day or keep up with them every single day, a lot of people get pissed. It's like, dude, I'm busy. But when you need me, I got your back. Usually it's vice versa. So that's interesting. What else I got? I'm more warm and caring than people realize. But I don't go out of my way to show it. I'm not going to chase people. I don't chase. You want me, you come get me. But everything, I always put my one quote, and it's so true. What I take, I freely give. It's interesting because you run into people that they kind of expect that's the same thing first. They want actions and things from you before they give to you. And it's hard when you have especially in intimate relationships. It's hard when you're in that sort of relationship with somebody where they expect you to give before they give back. When you expect the same thing, give to me, then I'll give to you. And I think a lot of it has to do with life lessons and things that you've been through. But, I've closed myself off because I used to give and give and give and give and give all the time. It's like planting seeds. You plant a bunch of seeds and, you can reap your harvest from all the seeds you planted. Some don't grow, some do, and some grow bigger than others, yada, yada. But you reap what you sow. Well, now I've gotten my life's garden down to such an art that I reap the benefits out of the seeds that I do grow, but they're few and far between because they don't take a whole lot of maintenance. And it's just interesting. Some of you may have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about, and it gives you something to listen to, and whatever. What can I say? This world is just so crazy. I can't get over it. And like I said, with me not belonging, feeling like I belong in this lifetime, it's unreal. And right when I feel like, do you ever feel like right when you have everything figured out and everything together and you got it. You got it planned out, you crystal clear, boom, you nailed it. And you're going to implement this amazing plan that you came up with and all these ideas, and it's just going to work out beautifully because you have everything taken care of. All your I's dotted, all your T's crossed, everything done. And, disclaimers written, you've read the fine print and you are ready. And you go to take off and you get quarter of the way through it, boom. It literally changes. Everything changes. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Except roll with punches, go with it. But it just seems like when it rains, it pours. It's my life feels like it's full of metaphors and cliches. Some of you are like, well, you're doing something wrong in your life, and maybe there is. I'm sure there is. What can I pinpoint that it is? I don't know. And the things that I know that's wrong or that I know is affecting it, I can't change. I cannot change. There's nothing about it. So then I realize that I'm having to learn another lesson of the universe. And it's something my husband totally disagrees with me about. We think two different ways on things. And it's good because it's neat to learn other people's perspectives and bounce ideas and thoughts because it gives you a whole nother way of thinking. But it's also aggravating at the same time because you just want somebody to understand you and explain to you from a different perspective what's going on and what you need to hear. That last little puzzle piece. And it doesn't always happen that way, but I, believe that, I believe in reincarnation and that you have a certain lesson that you are supposed to learn in your lifetime. One huge lesson and many little lessons involved. And if you do not learn that lesson, then it's carried on into the next life. So you're going to go through the same sort of things. It may not be the exact same, but it's going to be very similar. And it's going to be tailored to the ways that you learn and the things that you need to learn so you are enabled to establish those qualities and knowledge and ambitions and tactics that you're supposed to know. So not only A, you can get on with and through your life like you're supposed to, but B, enable you to accomplish and teach others and pass that knowledge along that you need to. Everybody has a certain accomplishment and a certain task that they're supposed to do in their life, and there's different stages of it. It starts out little and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more lives you have lived. Those of you who do not believe in reincarnation, you probably think that I'm just out of my mind, but I truly do believe in it. What you're reincarnated to, it's up for argument, but it really depends. And, there's an argument as long as new souls and old souls. I think old souls, once you die, you don't come back right away. You go to the heavens or Summerland or wherever it is that you believe you go and kind of have a hiatus, a holiday, vacation, so to speak, and you evaluate, and you get evaluated by and analyzed by the gods. And you learn kind of like your test score. How'd you do? Check, check, check. All right, you got a 98 out of 100. Oh, you got a 50 out of 100. You're like, all right. But you have an idea of when you come back, what you're going to kind of do. And when you do come back, you don't know it until it just hits you one day. And you realize, oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be learning this lesson. So I'm learning a big lesson. My big, I can't even say I can pinpoint my lesson. I know my lesson has to do with love and relationships. Big time. But what exactly it is, it would take 4 hours for me to explain it to where you can understand it. Because I know what it is in here and in here, but I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know. It's interesting. Another confession. I'm a hopeless romantic. I like all the mushy gushy shit. I do. Open the door for me. Pull out my chair. I like flowers, but not bouquets of it. Not all the time. I like the little things. Notes. Uh, random dances. That kind of shit. I like to be asked questions. I take high interest in people that like to get to know me. You want to get to know me, then yes, I will invest a lot of time and effort into you. That's a big one. It's interesting. I like conversation. Another big thing for me, fact about me, I love to laugh, man. God, I love comedies. I love being stupid. I love randomness. Granted, there's an over excessive part where people are just kind of way too silly. That's kind of annoying and a big turnoff, but I like silliness. I like to be funny. I like randomness, taking risks, just joking around. But I love to laugh. That's like the greatest feeling in the world. Something that makes me laugh and smile so easy is my kids, especially when they're cracking up. That's like the best feeling in the world is listening to that. There's no greater joy than that. But yeah. I'm an empath. Told you that before. It's interesting. I read an article today about the 10 facts about empaths. And it's so true. It just is. And that's another thing that makes me feel like I don't belong in this life. Because I've only met probably, I can count on one hand, probably a full hand, people that truly, they don't necessarily truly get me, but they truly accept me for who I am, whether they understand me fully or not, understand what I have to say for the most part, and curious to learn from me and listen to me, and are eager to teach me things as well. There's no better quality to have than trust. And when you can trust somebody or have that trusting relationship with somebody, oh my God, that is like the best feeling in the world. And that's something that a lot of people don't have nowadays. You can say you have it, but do you really have it? And to have it reciprocated as much as you put out, that's just, it's absolutely priceless. And it's hard to come by. And I tell you what, if you ever have that, if you have it or you do get it, do not ever Do anything to fuck it up or get rid of it or let that go in your life, because once you lose it, it's gone. And it is the most difficult thing in the world to get back. It sucks. And I've done that before. Hell, I'm going through it now. And there's just, no manual out there to tell you how to fix it and change it and get it back. So, let you know how that goes later on. But it's all good. It's all part of life. I will never understand people that wallow around in their sorrows. It's okay to be sad. And I'm not disregarding having an emotion, because, man, I get sad. But something I learned in psychology is embrace your emotions. And it's so true, because when you embrace it, when you're sad, you're sad. When you're mad, you're mad. When you're happy, you're happy. When you're excited, anything, embrace it. Live in the moment, appreciate it, and let that emotion flow. Because when you suppress it or you hold back, man, you really don't get to experience that full joy and allow your body to store the energy felt from it, the energy built up from it, the knowledge that you gain from experience of that moment and emotion. And, when you do give yourself that chance to store it, that you can recall it later, it's so amazing. And it's so important, because you will know how to react in certain situations, or you will know how to use that emotion to relate to somebody who's got the same problem or same concern, or is experiencing an emotion that they've never really dealt with before. And that's something that empathy is really huge with. And just because you feel something so intensely, to be able to put it into words and explain it to somebody, and have them understand it, that's a gift. Or actually, I would say more of a skill, because it can be learned. But if you can learn that skill, you're indispensable. And the reward you get for giving somebody that compassion and love and sincerity and knowledge and relief, healing to that person, it is the greatest feeling in the world. And I will, whether I die tomorrow or 20 years, 30 years, 60 years, 100 years, whatever, I will die happy, because I know that any effort, energy, words, emotion that I ever put towards anybody, it was real and is raw or harsh or anything it may be. It's real. And when I express love, I love. And when I express compassion, it's real. And because I do that, I get hurt a lot. TipToe, you shouldn't do that. Don't put yourself out there, blah, blah, blah. Well, I learned that when you don't put yourself out there, uh, then what's life? Everything's just superficial. And I don't want to live a superficial life. I want realness. I want raw. I would rather deal with the cold, hard truth than deal with a little white lie. Some people say the same thing, but a lot of people can't handle the real truth. And so you fabricate your own little white lies, because you know how reactions go. You know, only example I can say with that is when you go to tell somebody that someone that they know died. You have to either build it up or, find a way to do it. Not a lot of people can hear the news and not just lose their mind, and it just wrecks their entire world, and then they go into a downward spiral. You have to prep and kind of fabricate a way to tell them in a way that it doesn't destroy their life. And actually, that doesn't even make sense in some ways too, because there's some people that's totally not going to take that the right way, and I'm going to get ridiculed forever online about that. Ugh. Why do people have to be so difficult? That's all I got to say. It's so, and I'm so aggravated with society nowadays. I really am. That's like another confession. Confession number 50. What the hell is wrong with society? Why are you guys so fucking sensitive about everything and so butthurt and then so goddamn ridiculously oblivious to the real truth? You see something on TV or something in your social media feed, or you read an article or whatever, and you take it as is. Just because they look good, smell good, feel good, say the right things because they either rehearsed it 50 times or they got the best fucking writer in the world writing their words out. Everything's perfect, absolutely perfect, to where you can't deny anything that they're saying. And you take it as it is. You don't feel the energy that they're putting out. You don't feel the vibe. You don't look at their eyes. You don't listen to them. You don't understand their history. You don't feel it. You don't get it. You take it as is and you go with it and you believe it. And I don't understand that. I really, really don't. And because of that, and when people that aren't so easy to win over, I guess, I don't even know what the word you use. When you come across somebody and you tell them the truth, like, or hold on, skirt, fix that. When you are somebody who is raw and real, and you understand the real raw truth, and you can read somebody like a book, whether they can believe it, accept it, and they'll deny it till the day they die, that you were wrong about them, but they know you were fucking right, and you were right, but they can't, they cannot admit it because it hurts their own damn pride. Those people, when you tell them the truth, why? Why can't you accept it? Why can't you accept that certain people are better at some things than others? Because the people that are right about certain things and good at certain things doesn't mean they're good at everything. It doesn't mean that they don't mess up. It doesn't mean that they're perfect and know everything. And those people know that. Like me, I'm not perfect. Hell no. I fuck up all the time. And I'm not great at approaching things or saying things or doing the right thing the right way all the time. But I have no problem when you tell me, hey man, you messed up. You know what? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I really am. Why can't people just be like that? It's so few and far between. And it seems like the people that are like that, they can never be in the same group or actively within their lives together. I don't know. Society's trying to separate people like that. And, because they're scared to be overran. I don't know. And maybe I think too deep. I don't know. I'm told I'm an overthinker all the time, and I do overthink things a lot. But the way I think I overthink is I literally will analyze every situation in every way, shape, and form of how it can happen, how it will happen, what could happen, and how to take care of it and handle it all the time. All the time. My husband thinks that it stresses me out and that I waste too much energy on it. But, and he may be right. But to me, I don't waste that much energy on it. I waste more energy stressing out in frustration of the fact that the people that are closest to me, I can't be raw and real with them. Like my mother, for example. God, I love my mother. I love her. She is my mom. And she's got a beautiful soul. But she pisses me off so bad that I can't even fucking talk to her half the time, because I know that when we have a conversation, it's going to be so basic and unfulfilling that I don't even waste my time, because even the thought of calling her and listening to her telling me the same shit that I hear every fucking time about the weather and how her work's doing and she's cleaning the litter boxes and locking the door and feeding the cats, and that's it. Okay, Mom, awesome. I'm glad your life is great. But there's no in-depth. You want to talk to me? I want to talk real. How are you? And tell me. Man, I'm shitty. Man, this pisses me off. Or I'm mad. Or whatever it is. I don't care. And then you got those people who are sick all the time because they just need attention. They just want the attention. They want somebody to talk to them. So they're sick or they don't feel good. Well, because they want that compassion from people and they don't know any other way to get it. That drives me nuts. They're like Debbie Downers. And then you got negative Nancy's. And then you got the hyper, super happy all the time and their life's fucking perfect all the time. Those people drive me crazy. Me, I'm up, down, in, out, backwards, forwards, all the time. Oh, I think I drive a lot of my friends crazy, but they know me and they'll flat out tell me. And I'll apologize. I'm sorry, man. No, that's you. That's you. What are you apologizing for? It just makes you think. So where this video is going in general, I don't know, but I wanted to come on here and rant and talk and get some things off my chest and just kind of get in the groove of getting back in front of the camera and just, and I'm pissed at myself. I'm pissed. And I feel like I totally jinxed myself because I get on YouTube and come back out, and I've done this, 3 fucking times, that I'm coming back where I'm ready to go and I'm ready to do what my whole mission and purpose on this earth is to help people, pass on knowledge, heal people, make people feel better, inspire them, love them, and allow them to pass it on and let them know that, who you are is okay. No matter what problems you have or imperfections or whatever it is, that love who you are and embrace it and be proud of it. And if somebody doesn't accept you for who you are, fuck them. Get them out of there. And, you got trolls online and they just go to bash you and they know how to push your buttons, man. Oh my God, they do. And they know exactly where to hit home, but that's why they're trolls. And you gotta let it roll off like water on a duck's back, man. And it's hard, but you gotta do it, because the reason why they attack you is because you hit a nerve with them. You hit home and you say something that they don't have the knowledge nor understanding to deal with it themselves, but because you're strong and are able to say it, admit it, project it, whatever it is, they will attack you for it. People do not like to be around or hear other people that are stronger than them. Instead of accepting it and embracing it and maybe learning something from it, they reject it and beat at it and try to get rid of it. And that's not right. You need to love. And, that's something that, all my videos and everything I post online and stuff, those of you who know me for a long time, that's something that that I stay very consistent with. That's love and compassion and realness. And am I always right, or do I always make sense? No. But where it comes from and stems from, and my true ability to try to communicate it and convey it to you guys, I do it my best effort possible, and I could spend time planning it out and writing an outline and stuff, but man, to me, it feels so fake. I just can't do it. cannot do it. And I don't think that'll ever change. And I think that's kind of what makes me unique. And I'm proud of that. I really am. But yeah, when it rains, it pours. My life is nuts. And I can't say that I don't like it. Some people tell me that I talk to, like, how do you deal with all that? You know, how do you handle it? It's like, man, I just do. You know, do I get tired? Yeah. You know, does my body not like it sometimes? No. But I wouldn't change it for the world because I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't know what I know, and I wouldn't care as deep and hard as I do. And I will never, ever regret that. You know, this, would you rather go to the past or the future? I love to go to the past because I'd love to revisit and maybe view things and observe things that I didn't notice before. But would I ever change anything? No. You know, ultimately, no. I say there is, but ultimately, no. Because then it wouldn't be the same as now. And I don't want my life to be perfect. I don't. I just want my life to be real. And I want my kids to be happy. I want, my husband to love me. I want my family to be happy and healthy. And I want to inspire people, heal people, do what my purpose here on earth is. And I want to be loved in return. And I want to laugh and make memories. When I die, if on my deathbed somebody can make me die laughing, that would be the most epic way to go. Epic. Unless it's during sex. But that probably won't happen. So, or die laughing while having sex. That would be awesome. I'm going to have to write that on a note for the hubs later. But, yeah. It's all good. Groovy. So that's it. I'm done. Rambling. Boring your head off. 38 minutes of hell that you'll never get back. Or 38 minutes of joy. Take it how you want it. Push comments. What's up? Video response. What's your confession? Tell me something cool. I ask that to everybody. Come on. Tell me something cool. Let's start a dialect. So the 17 tag BS normal shit that you find online, question stuff. Be real. What's going on? What are your flaws? What are your quirks? What do you like? What do you don't like? What do you need? Let me know. You post a video response, I'll listen, and I might even post one back to you. Let's get it going. Come on. Bye, Tubies. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.